Hello and welcome to my little video. We are working on the Coin Cable Cardigan by Alana. So I am going to show you how to do the coin cable. There's a little trick in it compared to other cables. So this is to show you how to do it in case you have difficulty figuring it out with just the words on the pattern. I'm also going to show you how to do the increases here on either side of the stitch marker, just on the shoulder, in front and in back, and then hopefully we will get to the back where I can show you the buttonholes, and they are right in the middle of those cables. And where I'm going to be doing it, if I get all the way to the other side, is in the wrong spot, but it'll show you so that you can do it in the right spot. Okay, so we're on a right side now, and I made myself this little cable needle because it's easier for me to flip it to the front. I've used other cable needles as well and it works, it's just a little clunky. So we've got this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip the first stitch. I'm going to knit, and I will purl those 2 stitches, and then when I get to the knit stitches I am going to put 4 stitches on the cable needle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to slip them back there. I'm going to knit this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 back on the left hand needle. So 1, 2, 3. Now I've got this 1 stitch left on the cable needle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the cable needle through and to the front so that that stitch is now hanging in the front. So I'm then going to knit 3 stitches. I will put this one back on the left hand needle. We're going to knit that one and then purl, get 2 stitches there, and that's the cable crossed. And we are going to knit, because we're working in the garter stitch, we're going to knit and we're going to knit to 1 stitch before the marker. So we have this here. What we're going to do is 1 increase. So we're going to put the needle from the front to the back, and then we're going to knit through the back loop. Knit that stitch, move the marker. Then we're going to go from the heel, from the back to the front, and what I tend to do with these ones when I'm increasing is I tend to pull it forward so that it's easier to get my needle in, and I hold it there. So you knit in the front loop. So you can just try and pick it up like that, but I like to move it forward with my finger and then do it that way. And I didn't get it through, so I'm going to do that again. I caught a bit. There we go. And now we're going to knit to the next cable section. Okay, now we're in the next cable section because we'll do that. Knit, purl, purl. Take those 4. I'm going to put them on the cable needle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put in the back. Knit that one. We're then going to put 3 stitches back on. We're going to bring this one to the front again. There it is, in the front. Knit 3. Put that one back on. Knit it. Purl 2. Knit 1. Now by doing that, it makes the center of this cable sink in. So that's why you get the pretty look, even though it's not. It's all just knits. So, beauty of cables. Okay, so I'm just going to knit to the next increase now. Okay, so this one we want to knit to the marker. Again, front to back, knit through the back loop, knit 1, back to front, and we're going to knit in the front loop. Then we're going to go do 1 stitch before the next marker. So these are the back stitches now that we're on. And I hope you're enjoying the pattern so far. I like to keep things fairly simple, but still beautiful. And that's what I hope to achieve with most of my patterns, although I do have fun sometimes making some of the more complicated patterns. But for most of my patterns, I like to have it fairly simple so that a lot of people can get it. Okay, so to 1 stitch before. So we're going front to back, knit through the back, knit that 1 stitch, move the marker, back to front, knit through the front. Okay, to the next cable section now. Knit, purl, purl, and the cable needles back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three back on. 1, 2, 3. Up front. Oops, I like to use the other side, the longer side, to put it back on. Knit that stitch, purl, purl, knit, back in the garter. again to the marker. Okay, so front to back, knit in the back. Knit 1, back to front, knit in the front, and to our last cable. Cable needle, get those stitches there. 2, 3, 4. Knit 1. 2, 3. Bring it to the front. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to put this back. Oops, I got twisted. Get it. Two purls and 2 knits at the end. Okay, so buttonholes are worked on the back side, and they are worked in line with the pattern, and I just want to get the piece of pattern that has the description on it of the buttonholes, so I do not mess them up. Okay, so in row 4 we have the buttonholes. So we're going to slip 1, purl 1, knit 2, purl 2, yarn over, purl 2 together. Purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, and then we are on to the knitting section. And in this one row, we have made the hole and also created another stitch so that when we work back, we will just work normally. So you can see the buttonholes there are down below. And they are done on each side, so that depending on whether it's a little boy or a girl, you can have them on the appropriate side. And the other side, you just put the button on and you sew up the buttonhole with the button. And the button fits perfectly in that little circle there. Alright, so have fun. I think you can do it. And if you do have big problems or if there's mistakes in my pattern, please email me, let me know so I can correct them, because nobody's perfect. Even though I hope, you know, every time I write a pattern that there aren't mistakes, occasionally there is. Alright, thank you very much. Bye.